Good morning, fam. Today we're going to change the oil on my 2021 Toyota Highlander Hybrid, and I already threw them on the ramps and made sure that I put some chocks in the back as well. So this should be an easy and quick process if you've changed your oil before. Just wanted to document the oil changing experience. I got my 5 quarts of oil right here, even though the engine takes 4.8, so we're not going to put all of it in. Got the filter here, got the filter wrench, fits in nicely. I have a magnetic oil drain plug that I'll be using to capture any metal debris that might be captured at the bottom of the engine. We got some crush washers, and I have a 14mm and a screwdriver, and I think that's all we're going to need to get this done. Again, this is for a hybrid, so for the hybrids they don't use the canister style. They still use this old school one piece metal design. So that's the difference between this and the gas powered version. All right, what we're going to do is go right under and remove the screws that hold the plastic cover at the bottom to gain access to the oil pan. All right, so the first step is to remove the 4 screws holding this plastic cover here. 1 here, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so that'll expose the drain bolt right here. You go ahead and use a 14mm socket to loosen this up, and make sure that you do use, I would always use a new crush washer to ensure that there's a nice tight seal there. So before I do this, let me go ahead and get the oil drip pan, so that way any oil that starts leaking out can pour right into there. There you go. Let all that nasty oil drip out. And in the meantime, let's take a look at this bolt here. All right, so upon inspection of the original factory drain bolt, looks like it's still in good condition. Even the crush washer looks like it's in good condition. But rule of thumb for me is I always replace it. So I got a new one right here. Taking a look at the Votex Magnetic drain bolt that I'll be replacing it with. Take this off here. Here's that strong magnet right here. And let's see what it says here. It is a neodymium magnet, strong, so that way it can capture any metal fragments on here. And the next time I change my oil, if I do see something there, it could alert me to any issues, and also keep it at the bottom of the oil pan, so that way it doesn't do damage to the engine. This here, the reason I got this, this particular brand had high reviews, and the temperature can go up to, I believe, 302 degrees Fahrenheit for this magnet. And so this comes with a washer, but I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use a Toyota crush washer, and then replace this when it's time to put this back on. And then you have this bad boy here. Again, for the hybrid oil filters, it's not the 2-piece cartridge version. This one's just one metal piece. So this one here, 64.3 millimeters, 14 flutes on the bottom. Works perfectly right there. And then you just use a socket and you put that in and install this. For me, I just hand tied it back on. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the oil, see if it's dripped all the way, and we can go ahead and remove the oil filter next. Old oil filter here. So again, using socket, put onto the wrench. It should slide right on. There we go. Just give it a turn. Oil pan a little bit closer to here, just in case there's some residual dripping. All right, now that it's loose, I can take it off and just hand tighten it the rest of the way. Well, the wrench is still on there, but that's all right. I'll just start twisting it off here. There we go. Get that drip. Now that it's stopped, now I can just hand twist it off. Dang it. I got messier than I wanted to, but oh well. We'll just let it sit there and continue dripping off, and I'll try to take this wrench off here. There we go. All that's left to do is, once this is completely drip free, I'll wipe it down, clean it off, and we'll put the drain bolt back on, and then we'll go ahead and install a new oil filter. Alright, so here's the old oil filter. Here's the new one. And just take some of the old oil here. Just put it on the new one. Get it lubed up before you tighten this one back in. And again, you can just start with hand tightening it after you've wiped down the area. And then put this wrench back on. Get it all cleaned up. Same here. And then put on my magnetic bolt. It dripped too fast. Got the new crush washer on it, and so should be pretty easy peasy here. There we go. Can fit. Wipe it down. Down again. Take the oil filter and tighten it on. the same socket, take out the 14 millimeter. We grab my wrench, and I'll go ahead and give it a quick snug fit here. Go. Down here is done. I'll go ahead and put the cover back on, and we'll go ahead and add the oil. All right, we are almost finished with the oil change here. Got my Mobil 1. Again, this is 5 quarts, but for the hybrid engine, it holds 4.8, so I will not be adding the full amount. 04W16, making sure it's the one that's recommended for this engine. And let's go ahead and pour it in. Once I've poured, maybe I'd say up to this line right here, I'll go ahead and stop, and then I'll go ahead and start the motor and do a quick test to see how much oil is in there, and if I need to add some more, I'll go ahead and do that. Close, getting close. Yeah, that's good to me. Looks like there's a quart left. I might have to pour a little bit more, but always better to add more if you need it. All right, let me go ahead and put the engine cap back on. We'll start the car up. Let it run for a few minutes, and then we'll go ahead and check the dipstick. All right, a couple minutes has went by. Let's take a look. Give the first wipe. Stick it in. Pretty close to that top line already. I might not need to add any more. Let me do another pass here. Not right to the top of that dot yet, but it's pretty full. I'll probably add just a little bit more, but even if I did it, that's actually not too bad as well. So here's the old oil I just took out, which I'll go ahead and bring to the auto part shop and recycle. And just to give you a heads up, I got a hybrid. I normally try to change my oil every 5,000 mile intervals, but I got so busy that I wasn't able to change it until 6,500. But I just want to show you the difference here, why I'm sticking with oil changes every 5,000 miles or 6 months, whichever comes first. And on the left, you see right here is the oil. On the left, that's the dirty oil from here. And on the right is the new oil that I just put into my car. And that color difference alone, it's not alarming, but just to give you a heads up, that's why you know, there's a debate between 5K, 10K dealer recommendation, but I'm going to continue to change my oil every 5,000 miles just to play it safe. Again, oil's cheap, do it yourself like I just showed you, and you should have no issues. All right, last step is to get rid of that maintenance light that keeps on popping up to remind you that something you got to do with the car. So I'll go ahead and start it. And you basically use these toggle switches right here on the steering wheel. So you might see that maintenance required light there. I'll go ahead and hit the back button to get rid of it. And then from here, we're going to toggle down to the gears box right there. And then we'll go to the right till we see this one. Push that or hold it down. And then you'll get to this screen, and then you go down to scheduled maintenance, and then that's where you go ahead and push the OK button to reset. Do you want to reset the data? Yep. Bam. Then that's not going to show up again. You're good to go. Get out of here. Hit the back button. All right, then just for the heck of it, if you want to go here, you can go to home, no, menu, info, vehicle alert history. I got a bunch of stuff when I was installing aftermarket parts on my car. So if you wanted to clear all these things, especially the maintenance required, you can go ahead and delete history. Yes. Bye-bye. All right. And then if you have your handy dandy manual maintenance guide, you can always update this in the back part. You know, fill in the date, right? So again, a lot of inspection, rotate tires, check the fluid levels, sign and date this. This is really good to do, and for documentation, especially if you're going to sell your ride in the future. I'm going to hang on to mine for a while, so you can also go into the app and also update that in the app as well. So yeah, easy peasy. That's how you change the oil on a Toyota Highlander Hybrid. And thanks for watching. Take care. Peace.